how's practice been going for you?
Practice has been going pretty good. It's definitely very, fast-paced and very intense, but it's exactly, what we need to get where we need to be and get where we want to be this season.
What's the energy like having so many new players and a new staff coming in here?
The energy has been great, honestly. Like before, actually getting in the gym with everybody, like knowing that we had so many new people, it was definitely very nerve-wracking because, like there's so many new people coming in, even the coaches. So I was nervous, but, getting in here with these guys, like I could tell that they really love the game and that they're passionate about it. And, when everybody's passionate about something and has one goal in mind, then, the energy is always going to be there.
How about the process of establishing like a culture and values and things that are important to this team? How is that coming along?
Yeah, Coach Aston is very, very, she's a stickler on, getting that culture established. She's placed a lot of emphasis on what we want to do and where we want to grow and where we want to be in the future. So being able to be a part of something that is gonna carry on long past any of us are here, that's what we try to keep in mind. And we're playing for the kids that come after us and the program itself and UTSA. So it's cool to be a part of.
It sounds like you guys picked like certain words that were important or things you wanted to latch onto. What went into that process?
Basically, we as a team chose what words we wanted to define us. So everybody kind of voted on a couple words that we wanted to really emphasize in this season, and not just in this season, but just for the rest of women's basketball. As long as it's here. So yeah, we were very particular in the words that we wanted to choose because we knew that it was gonna last.
How would you describe Coach Aston's coaching style and the staff as a whole? What's it like with this new staff?
I think that it's a lot different from last year. They're very particular when it comes to the small details and stuff like that. So I think it really pushes us to try to be perfectionists, but at the same time, they understand that we're gonna make mistakes. So it's they're very understanding, but they want to help us to get better, and they're very encouraging. So they want to see us succeed. So I feel like that's what we need. We need to
Noticed listening today, there were some demands. I was pretty demanding out there today, right?
Yes, sir.
Is
Yes,
it
sir.
like that
all the time?
all the time?
Yes, sir. All the time.
Yeah.
You mentioned those words that you guys talked about. What are the words that you thought were important that you wanted to make sure got included in there?
One of the main words for me really was love. Everybody here obviously loves the game, but I think that's a word that a lot of people don't really think about all the time. Of course I love the game of basketball, but when Coach Aston was saying how important love is, not just for basketball but for each other, for the coaches, for everyone, you really need to have that that foundation, that base, because at the end of the day, what are we here for if we don't love what we're doing? And when you love something, you're gonna be passionate about it, you're gonna play your best in it, you're gonna give your all. So I feel like that was really one word that was really, really big for me personally.
I imagine that would be especially important with so many new players and a new staff coming in here. What's it been like for you as a returner, kind of building those bonds?
I was really excited for all the new people and stuff. When we first got everybody here, during the summer, I could tell that the energy and stuff was there. And once we picked the words that we wanted to use to establish our culture, it felt like everybody was really on the same page, and the chemistry was already there from the jump. So it was easy to put that love into each other, and everybody feeling each other, feeding off each other's energies, and everybody's encouraging and stuff like that and accepting. So everybody's on the same page, I feel like.
Is there a competitive side of that? Because you guys are all kind of have a clean slate, fighting for playing time. How are those things going?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like that's one of the main parts, actually. That competitive spirit and stuff, but it feeds back into the love part, because we're competing, we're fighting against each other, we're beating each other up left or right, but at the end of it, we shake hands hey, good job. It's always, we're beating each other up, but then we're picking each other back up when we fall. So I feel like the competitiveness is definitely there.
How have you seen the whole group of returners kind of respond to just how much is different this year? It's a tough process for a team to go through.
I feel like everybody's, pretty much been very flexible and very accepting. You kind of have to be. So I feel like there wasn't really any, like friction that really caused a lot of problems. Everybody was pretty much, like we knew we needed some kind of change, and like once that change was implemented, we were kind of, going along with it because we knew that's what was best for, the team and the program.
How about the style of play on the court? What's this team going to look like?
We're gonna be really fast. We're gonna be, she wants to push the ball down the court, and Coach Aston has, put a lot of emphasis on running the rim and running the floor. So I think one of our main things is being fast-paced, but then also knowing how to, slow it down and be composed.
Is that very different from how you guys played previously, or are there some things you carry over?
I feel like, everybody pretty much wants to, run the floor pretty hard. So I feel like that's probably something that was carried over.
Overall, what kind of qualifies as a successful season this year?
Honestly, I think that what would, make this year be successful is just really establishing, like, our identity. Because we have so many new parts, new moving pieces and stuff like that. So it's kind of really up in the air, like what, women's basketball here is at UTSA. So I feel like, establishing our identity, getting a, bigger fan base, getting people to come out and, support and show love and stuff. I feel like that's probably the biggest thing that we want to do that would, make our season successful.